Today we're going to talk about the Estou Aqui bracelet, which translates directly to I'm here. And Joy Goldman is going to talk to everybody about this bracelet. So, what is it? And you have one, so can we see it?
You can. I will say I adapted this.
That's really nice looking.
So what's important about it is the medallion in the
Okay.
middle. It comes on a ribbon and there's a number also with call 112. So I explored and looked at it and thought it was an easy way to, should there be an emergency and I can't speak for myself, to know who I am, where I live, and how to get me help.
So, it's for doctors or emergency responders, and they can then access information. Is that right?
So it's issued by the police, the Public Security Police, PSP,
Okay.
and it has two main purposes. One is it's predominantly used for children, actually, so that should a child get lost, a police person could look at the medallion, look it up, and find out where does the child live, who's the in case of emergency contact, and basically get them home. Now, they also have an adult component. I think the primary purpose may have been, again, for vulnerable adults. So whether that's an elder who's confused for whatever reason, right? So if for whatever reason you can't speak for yourself, to have something like this, which costs nothing, that again, in a confidential way, they can find out who I am, where I live. There's a form that you complete online and bring to your local police station that has the information. I think I may have put on it, I have a penicillin allergy, so I may have put that on it. So it's not necessarily for EMTs alone or emergency medical people, but it's for police to be able to find out and get you to wherever you need to go.
And can you also put like an emergency contact with it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You fill out the form and you have to actually physically go to the police station.
yep.
And then do they mail you the bracelet? How does it work?
They give it to you on the spot,
Oh, okay.
and it's a ribbon that they give you. I wanted the ability to take it on and off easily, and also to weather whatever weather there might be. But yeah, they give it to you immediately. It is only good for 2 years. So every 2 years you have to refresh it, which is actually great because things change. And whether that's addresses or sometimes for us who are renewing our residency, sometimes our one number might change. So every 2 years you have to repeat it.
I believe that if you did one and didn't renew it, that it doesn't just disappear. So it comes on a ribbon and you basically modded a bracelet so that you can put it on there. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was for kids. That's a great idea for kids, especially it's great how safe it is here. But
Yes.
also, my son goes off and wanders around the city, and I don't know where he is. And he's a teenager. He's not a child, but he doesn't carry his ID with him because I keep his cards and stuff. And if his phone got damaged, nobody would be able to figure out who he was. So I may get him one too. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I was reading today because I wanted to refresh my memory. And one of the situations they talked about was because it says call 112. So if someone finds you, they can call 112, give
Mhm.
the number that's on the medallion, and access help that way. So there are many ways that it can be effective.
And also for people who don't know, if you're newer to Portugal, 112 is the emergency number here. In the US, it's 911. And so I know I was raised like memorizing 911.
Yes.
Just FYI, I was told that if you dial 911, it actually goes to 112.
Wow, that's fascinating. I've often wondered, for those of us who have Apple Watches, you know how if it thinks you have fallen, it
Right.
will say contact the emergency. And I'm always curious, I wonder what number it calls, actually.
Maybe if somebody knows, put it in the comments so that we
Yeah,
can share that information. How does it align with the goals of Vamos Beim?
great question. So it aligns with the goals of Vamos Spain because we want to give really simple, practical tools that don't cost a lot, but in those situations that you hope never happen and things do, that it's an effective system that can get you help in a timely way. And this seems so simple, so doable, so practical that why not? Right? Why not?
Great. So as I mentioned, I will put the link to the website for the government on how to get this. Have you known anyone who's actually had to use one?
I don't believe I have, not within our community. I have read online that they've issued over 600,000
Oh, wow.
of these bracelets. And through this system, we're able to reunite 58 children with their families.
I think it's great. What would you say to someone who's maybe thinking they don't really need this? It's too early. What are your thoughts on that?
So the word I want to use is not for public. Stuff happens, right?
Right.
And not too long ago, one of my fears here is falling because I'm always looking down because of cobblestones and things that are uneven. And I wear sneakers all the time. And I've fallen. I was getting off the ferry into Lisbon. It was crowded, didn't see something in front of me, and I face planted. I was so lucky, and it could have gone a totally different way. And so those things happen. We've had someone who's fallen down steps and could not speak for himself. So, as healthy as we are in this moment, it can change in a heartbeat.
That happened to me too. I wiped out like big time in the rain because it gets so slippery.
Yeah.
And luckily, I was not alone and I was able to get up. But yeah, I could definitely see if you wipe out on the bad day in the wrong direction, you're knocked out easily.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
even if you're not worried about like dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, it can still be really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other part of our work in Vamos Spain, and this is particularly around dying well, is making things easy for the people who are looking after you or who have to pick up after you somehow. And that's part of what this is about, right? So that you're doing a little thing that makes it a whole lot easier for others to help you.
I love it. If people want to learn more about Vamos or get involved, how can they do that?
They can go to the website if you want to learn more, which is www.vamospain.pt. We also have a Facebook group and a Facebook community. Just search Vamos Spain. And we look forward to welcoming you, embracing you. It doesn't matter where you are in Portugal. We want to hear from you.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for watching. And please feel free to comment below if you have any questions.
Awesome.